be a part of it somewhat also, all right? Shawn's going to be in here in a few minutes.
Woo!
I think you guys knew he was coming in. But when he comes in, guys, the biggest thing is try to keep it quiet. When he's asking you guys a question, he wants to hear you guys. He wants to make sure you can hear him. So make sure you don't talk over people. Make sure you're kind of quiet. So that way you guys can all hear everything being asked. Raise your hand. He'll point to you guys, and get through as many questions as he can, okay? There's only 3 questions that aren't good. Those 3 questions are, can I have a hug? Can I have a selfie? Can I have an autograph? It's not fair to everybody else in the room if he's giving somebody over here a hug, a selfie to this person over here. Everybody's sitting there like, well, I want one too, and it's just not fair. So please don't ask him for those questions. And one other thing he's not going to do, he's not going to sing in here today. He's going to save his voice for tonight. Make sure you guys all have the best possible performance tonight. If you guys have any gifts, any cards, books, anything like that at all, give it to one of these guys in all black, one of my partners. Give it to one of those guys, and we'll make sure Shawn gets it. Sometimes when Shawn walks in this room, you guys are the people he sees first. You guys give him the energy for the whole rest of the night. So when he walks in here, and you guys are kind of like, what does that tell him about Copenhagen? You'll be like, oh, this is great. But if you guys have a lot of energy, singing songs, making noise, he's going to get really excited about tonight, and that gives him even more energy for the show tonight. So you guys ready?
Yeah!
One last thing I did forget, because I just, so many people in here is, when you see this, and Shawn's staring at this, that's just a light. I don't have a camera. But you guys, please turn your flashes off. Turn the lights on your cameras off, okay? Yeah. That way when he's up here talking, he's not like, And mostly it's the parents in the background that forget. So if you guys see anybody with their flash on or a light on their camera, just give them a little nudge and say, hey, no light, no flash, okay? Let me go get Shawn, we'll be right back, okay?
Woo! Ready? As Jake just said, guys, y'all gonna bring the energy.
Woo!
If y'all are screaming, yelling, happy, and singing loud, it makes him happy. Yeah. So I'll let you guys know, okay?
Oh my god, I'm dying.
I need somebody.
Ej, der er en, der kan synge noget. Ja.
Nej, jeg tror bare synge for, eller hvad? Jeg er nødt til at synge til.
Ja.
Jeg tror, de siger, når vi skal synge.
Woo!
Shawn who?
I'll tell you guys when to start in a second, okay? Let's start real loud. That's good. I've been watching. That's good. Ready? Go. Loud.
Help
me.
Loud.
It's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't get strong enough. Someone help me. In my skin. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't. It isn't in my blood. Laying on the bathroom floor, feeling nothing. I'm overwhelmed and insecure. Give me something I can take to ease my mind slowly. Just have a drink and you feel better. Just take her home and you feel better. Keep telling me that it gets better.
Hi friends. Are you friends in Copenhagen? Yeah. Oh cool, okay, see you later. How are you guys?
Good!
How are you?
Good. I just want to say that, yeah, thank you guys for coming. But so before anyone asks questions, if someone's speaking, please don't speak over them because not everyone can speak super loud. Or wants to speak super loud, but I'm asking you to speak super loud. But other than that, go nuts and ask me whatever you want. And what's your question? Huh? Yeah. I love these lights, by the way. We don't bring these lights. They just said we're here today, and they look great. Who's the person that I what? Person, I don't know. I don't know. That's a hard question. I'd love to do something with Miley one day. I think she's. What's your question?
Who's your fashion inspiration?
Fashion inspiration.
Do you have one?
I don't know. Who do you think? I pretty much wore this shirt every tour for the last tour. I don't know if I really. Yeah, no, I do like James Dean, Freddie Mercury. Like, except Freddie Mercury is just like way cooler than me. I'm like slowly trying to work my way up to that fashion statement. What's yours?
Me?
Yeah.
First of all, I love you.
Love you too.
So my question is, are you happy with the way that your music has matured with you?
Yeah, I am. I'm really happy. I think like, you know, as an artist, it's scary every time. I was just writing a song in the bathroom in my room, and it's scary because like every time you go to write a song, you always think, oh my God, like I hope people will like this as much as I do. And sometimes you make music and people don't, but I've been really lucky because you guys seem to always stick with me musically, and that's really amazing. So yeah.
You make good music, so.
Thanks. Thank you. What's your question? In the gray sweater?
What's your biggest achievement in your life?
Wow, that's a very hard question. I think my biggest achievement has been I would say my biggest achievement has been able to, I could wake up in the morning and kind of look at my life and say out loud all of the things that I'm super grateful for. I think it's not about achieving so many things, but it's being able to, at the end of all of that, realize what means the most to you. That's an achievement for me. What's your question? Sick hat. No, it's okay. You can have it. Although it's a great fashion hat, I should take it. What's your question?
I'm Jessie.
Hi, Jessie.
My question has 2 parts.
Okay.
So first of all,
Illegal. Can't have 2-part questions. I'm kidding. You're fine.
do you think getting out of your comfort zone is important?
I do. I think it's the most important thing. I'll tell you a secret. It's not a secret. It's a rule of mine, though. If I'm going to release a new single, I always have it. It has to be either really hard for me to sing, or I have to be really nervous of the lyrics of what people are going to say about it. And if there's not one of the two things that are pushing me to be uncomfortable, then I don't think it's good enough to be a single. It's really important to me. I think pushing yourself out of your comfort zone makes you learn how incredible you actually are.
So since you said it is, I will get out of my comfort zone, and I hope that you will too. Shawn, can I take you out on a short date?
That was the best lead into that question. If I was spending more than just like 6 hours in Copenhagen, then yes. But I'm sorry, I leave tonight. I'm so sorry. But that was the best ever lead, and I have to give that to you. Truly, I don't think anyone's ever going to beat that. By the way.
A little bit out of your comfort zone and where this happens stage.
Yeah. No. What is your question?
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. If you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Maybe would be "Scientist" by Coldplay. What's your question? Yes.
What flights in Copenhagen? Which other nationality would you want to be?
I think it's a lot like being Danish. I think we're quite similar, if I'm honest. Being Canadian, I don't know, there's a lot of stereotypes that we're the nicest people in the world, so that means we have to be the nicest people in the world, which is a pretty good stereotype, so I'm not mad at it. But yeah, I don't know, why? What does it feel like? Do Canadians seem weird? Oh, thanks. So do you. What's your question?
Me?
Yeah.
Hi, Shawn.
Hey.
First time I'm seeing you, I'm so happy.
Oh,
to see
really?
you.
Cool. Wow, thanks for coming.
I've been waiting for 1 year.
1 year?
1 year.
Where are you from?
Okay, I'm from a country. Do you know Faroe Island?
I don't.
You don't? You know Norwegian, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, wait.
Okay.
Okay, here's my question.
Okay.
My favorite song of you is Lights On. Are you gonna sing it tonight?
Lights On.
Yes.
I'm not singing Lights On. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but
It will be
I'm.
a big experience if you sing that song.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm really sorry, man. I'm not, but that means
Not.
the world to me that you love that song, because I love that song
I
too.
know,
It's
I
probably one of my top 4 favorite songs of mine.
Yeah.
So, thanks for saying
Okay,
that. I
but
appreciate
I love you.
I love you too. Thank you. What's your question in the back?
Mine?
Yeah.
Do you like being the center of attention all the time?
Obviously, is. I think that when I was a kid, I kind of was like, I mean, I remember at Christmas time, I'd always get up in front of my family and like dance and sing when I was really young. So probably I liked it. Yeah. What is your question?
Me?
Yes, you.
As of where your life is right now, what's one thing you really want to achieve, like your goal?
One thing I want to achieve.
Yeah.
That's a very hard. I think I think as I'm getting older, I'm learning that like achieving like things like whatever, if it has to do with your career or money or anything that you're doing, is starting to mean less and less to me every single day. And the things that I want to achieve are things like I hope that one day I can wake up and stop comparing myself to someone, you know, and that's a really important thing to me. It's something that I work on all the time is if I can wake up in maybe a few months and not go on Instagram or not go on Twitter and compare myself to somebody, I think that'll be the biggest achievement I've done yet, you know? I think everyone should think about stuff like that, you know? It takes you much further than other things. What's your question? Yeah.
What's your biggest inspiration to write your music?
My biggest inspiration is usually someone who I care about really closely, and just my friends and family and everyone around me. I pull a lot of stories from them. What's your question? Yeah.
Depending on how long you came on Grey's Anatomy, which is the saddest day?
The saddest day on Grey's Anatomy?
No, not the saddest day.
I don't know. Have you seen Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah.
When Lexi died?
Like, no, that's it.
I stopped watching. In the back. Yeah. Made me believe. What's the most ridiculous thing someone's made me believe or do? I've done a lot of ridiculous things. If anyone tells me that this will make my voice better, I would pretty much do anything. I would do 600 jumping jacks every morning. So yeah, a lot. You wouldn't believe the things I've done to make my voice better. What's your question? Yes.
First of all, I love you.
Love you too. I'm most excited to sing Why. I love it. Yeah. I love this thing around your neck, by the way. It's so cool.
Thanks. Can I pass it to my friend?
Yes, you can. Hey, friend.
I just want to say that I love you and your music.
Thank you. I love you
I
back.
wanted to ask if you could choose one of your own songs to play at your wedding, what song would it be?
One of my own songs to play at my own wedding? That would be so awkward. But if it had to be, I'd probably choose Falling All in You, I think. With the beautiful purple hair. Dark blue, purple.
It's supposed to be purple, but they messed up. And
The dark blue is cool too, so whatever. Hey.
So my question is, in your whole career, like, what was the moment that you were like, it could be on stage and receiving an award or some, like, I don't care where. What was the moment that you said, like, I made it, like, this is it, like, I accomplished it?
Oh wow. I mean, you don't stop having those moments because it's like every single day. If you guys just understood, hey, sorry, you can take it. Is it gonna take? Do you want me to stay still so it can focus? Okay. Sorry, I was just like I can't see anything anymore.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. Yeah, you have those moments every single day because like every day, like Andrew will text me like, hey, we just sold out like 2 stadiums in Brazil, like this is the craziest thing ever, and then the next day it'll be like, oh my god, this many people. Whatever it is, it's always these moments of pinch myself, but I always find that for me, it's when I go home, I'll be home and back in Canada, and I'll be with my closest friends, and we'll be standing on my balcony looking over the city, and we'll just kind of be there, and my friends will be like, do you even know what you just did? And I'll be like, I don't even know what I just did. and then those moments are so special to me because that's when I like kind of take a breath and everything kind of hits me really hard, and I always treasure those really, really big. So yeah. So what's your question?
What's it like to be on tour for so long?
I to be on tour for so long is hard for the first couple weeks, and then it's the best thing in the world because you just get used to it, and then you get to travel the world and have fun. And honestly, I've been touring for so long that it's like pretty much all I know. It's my favorite thing to do. So yeah. I love you too. I also have to say, in the meet and greet today, I've never gotten more I love yous. You guys said I love you the second you walked in, and then in the middle, and then 2 more times before you walked out. What's your question? Yeah. I'll be back. With 2 of my songs, what would I choose? Well, I do a couple mashups. I know you did last summer into Mutual in the set, which is fun. What's your question?
I saw you on the CMT Crush Route with the Zach Brown band.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. Could
Do you like country music?
I love it.
Wow. Is country music big here?
I wondered, do you ever would you write a country song sometimes?
I have wrote a couple country songs. I just don't think they've come out yet. Not my own, of other people's.
Would you write your own?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I'm sorry. But until one day I show up with a cowboy hat and cowboy boots. I spoke too soon. What's your question? Yeah.
Oh my god. What's your favorite childhood memory?
I have a lot. I had the most amazing childhood ever. My family was so close to me. I don't know, like my family is crazy. We used to stay up super late and just sing songs and dance like maniacs every night, like on the weekend. So that's all I can remember when I think back. What's your question?
First of all, I'm Caroline.
Hi, Caroline.
And I just want to tell you that you really inspire me every day for writing my own music.
Oh,
and
cool.
I just started recording in a professional studio, so
Oh, wow.
thank you.
Congrats.
And since I'm writing my own songs, I was wondering if you have any tips on when you're kind of stuck in the lyric and can't seem to finish the song. So what do you do?
I think everyone has like different tips. I think a lot of people would say like when you're like making music or doing any art, if it doesn't come to you really fast, then it's not good. But I also think that's wrong. Because I think some of the most incredible songs of all time took months and months to write. Yeah. So if you believe in something, don't feel like you need to rush it for it to be great. Yeah. Give it time because, you know, I'm trying to think. Like I wrote "Holding Me Back," the chorus, like something about "There's nothing holding me back." Maybe like 3 months before I actually finished it, you know. And then I got in the studio and we ended up finishing it. So don't feel discouraged if it's not coming to you right away. Give yourself time to do it.
I just feel like it's been years and it's just yes.
Years.
Yeah,
You're so young. It's okay.
Yeah.
You have years.
Yeah, but I don't think I believe enough in myself.
Oh, you will. You just have to give yourself time. And the funny thing about being an artist is that a lot of the time it's you struggle to believe in yourself more than everybody else does. So when people say they love your music, believe them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
What's your question?
Have you ever experienced anything paranormal?
Anything paranormal?
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen ghosts and shit 100%. I know that there was a ghost in my backyard when I was like 12 one time. Because I was in my backyard and the back fences just kept shutting and opening. And they just kept shutting and opening. And every time I would say something, they'd slam again. I never told anyone that, but it was terrifying. Freaking terrifying. What's your question?
Hi,
Hey.
I'm Laura.
Hi, Laura.
And I love you.
I love you too.
You inspire so many people in so many ways, and I want to thank you for that.
Well, thanks for saying that.
I'm forgetting it, sorry.
That's okay. I can come back if you want. I won't forget you.
Surviving different problems in life, and whether it is like to with your songs to like cry it all out or dance.
Cry it all out is so good for you.
And I was just wondering if there's anything that helps you when you're down or having like a down moment.
Yeah, music too. I mean, I think I use music the same way everyone else does, and it's amazing that I get to make music that people listen to. But I mean, I'll listen to sad songs to cry it all out, or I'll listen to happy songs to dance it all out at the same time. I think it's kind of one of the best therapies there is. So thank you. Thank you, hon.
Unfortunately, guys, we have time for 3 more questions.
All right, 3 good. Here we go. In the white in the back. Yeah.
What's your 3 top favorite songs
Oh my God, you're gonna ask me that question? I could never answer that question if I tried my hardest. Fix You is one of them. Maybe Break Even by The Script. And Our Song by Taylor Swift. Those are the three that are coming to my head right now. What's your question?
Is there something you want to like teach like us as your fans through your music?
I
That
mean, you
makes
guys
sense.
teach me. I mean, we're the same age. I don't know much more than you guys. Through my music, if there was one thing that I want to teach everyone is that you get much, much further in life if you let yourself and you let your emotions and you let the way you feel just free. If you let it go and let it be what it is. I find that every single time I'm on stage or every single time I'm making a song, it always works out better if I just let it go. And by that I mean stop caring about what people think about you. I know that's the hardest thing to do in the world. Though. Okay, last question. Yeah. In My Blood is one of my favorite songs I've ever wrote because I wasn't expecting it to be so big, but it did, and it's kind of amazing. So yeah. But I love you guys. Have fun. Okay?